Hello, and welcome to the watch collection of 2020. I have a bunch of new watches. I've done videos about all of these watches. Watch collection 2020. Do you enjoy these? I don't know. I used to watch more of these. I don't really watch too many of these anymore. Because sometimes you get that one comment, that person who's like, you still have this watch? And it's like, not that I think the person's going to watch this video, but, you know, it doesn't hurt to do an update. I don't really remember the reference numbers to these watches. So if I can find them, I'll put links below to where you can look further into these watches. But like I've said, I've done videos on all these, so just go back through the archives and you'll find it there. So the first watch is this Sega Watch, which was a gift from my husband. And the funny thing about this watch is it was supposed to come silver and like, silver outer case, blue hands. And it came not the correct watch. And for a while, I didn't wear it, and then I wore it for a week just to sort of feel how it felt, and it became my everyday watch. I truly enjoyed it. All of these watches also are pretty cheap. It's definitely your budget collection. Okay, moving on. The Brew Watch. I did a video about this watch 2 years ago when it first launched. This is the Retrograph. I don't know why I always want to call this one retrograde, but it is the first, edition, first generation of the Retrograph. And the reason why I was really into this watch was because it was square. I thought it looked really classy. It has an extraction timer, so I am a barista. Well, was a barista by trade. These little hash marks indicate espresso timing, pulling of an espresso shot. This watch, I believe I bought it for $350, and at the time I was like, I don't know if this watch is really worth $350. But then after wearing some other watches of cheaper value, I realized that this is actually a really good watch for the price. It's a really heavy watch. It's sapphire crystal, stainless steel case, very unique dial. Moving on. The Timex Marlin. Alright, so I've had this watch of a year maybe? Has it been that long? I got this watch because I was in the need for a black dial watch. I wanted something small on my wrist. This watch is $200. I don't know what a Timex, you know, it's one of those brands where it's like if you start getting into watches, go for a Timex. They are reliable, super reliable. There's nothing wrong with them. This watch, I know it's an automatic movement, but it was kind of a disappointment. I enjoyed it for a little while, and then, I don't know, it just felt light. I feel like I would not pay $200 now for this watch. I would probably skip this watch now that I know what it's like. I don't know. Tell me what you think about the Timex Marlin. I think maybe the problem is, like you see there, the dial is not always easy to read, and this watch, I always get the time wrong. I look at it and I guess there's something with the reflection or the glare. It makes it look like the hand is up here when it's really down here, and I'm an hour off or like several hours off. Anyway, moving on. I have this watch, which is not really my watch anymore. It is the Glycine Golden Eye. What I like most about this watch is the thinness. I went with this watch because I wanted a dive watch, and it's really rare to find a dive watch that is this thin. It was supposed to be my barista watch, and it felt too fancy. So I gave it to my husband. He actually really liked this watch. After so much time, I finally have a bunch of Casios. I think I'm making up for lost time, let's say. I basically have the same watch in different iterations. Casio Illuminator. This is probably the classic style one. This has become my everyday watch. And then I also have this one, which is the smaller, very small. I think this is like 27 millimeters. Is this considered an illuminator? I wear this one to work sometimes, but I always notice when I wear it to work, I'm missing that date and that time. And then I have this watch, which has become my second favorite watch. It's this little black illuminator, I guess. This one I really like because it's smaller, fits my wrist, and it has the day of the week and the date. So it has all those features of the silver watch. I really like the Casios. They're you can bang them around, you can be a little rough with them, and like you only spend $15 on this little thing. I never would have bought this for myself. My husband bought it. Actually, my husband bought all of these Casio watches because he was so tired of me talking about one day that I'm going to get a Casio. From the look of it, looks kind of plain. You know, I did a video about this watch and I talked about the dial and the bracelet. And then you put it on and I don't know, there's something about it. I like it on my wrist. I like seeing it on my wrist. And it doesn't have a date. So again, I don't really wear this one to work all that much. This is like my weekend. Nice fancy watch. Fancy Casio watch. That's all for my watch collection. I still have this Bulova watch. It was my dad's watch. So pretty old. I also have this Omega, which was my mom's dad's watch, the Omega Seamaster. It also doesn't work anymore, so I keep this one in this box. So that's it. That's my watch collection of 2020. I'm sure it will change in 2021, as collections often do. A Casio heavy collection, but what you gonna do? Sometimes you just get some watches. Anyway, I was gonna say a catchphrase, but I forgot what the catchphrase was supposed to be.